Hey guys, Dalton here with Real World Bass Fishing, aka CJ. I've been getting this question a lot. Really good question is, can you fish a chatterbait in deeper water? And the answer is yes, you absolutely can. Now, color-wise, my preference is I usually like to go with the shad. I usually go shad color when I'm starting to fish deep. And the reason is you know, a lot of bass feed on shad. You're going to see that there's usually where there's bass, there's usually shad. And when it starts getting hotter, I believe, the shad start running, especially around here. So we'll take this and it'll vibrate off here. And as you can see, it's actually got a realistic deal to it. And it's also got eyes. It's got a nice little design on it. I can't tell you what brand it is. It also has, I really like these, it has like it's a school. So these things work really good. This is my go-to bait. I'll throw this on my medium heavy 7-foot with braid. I'll chunk this guy out there, and reason is I like using braid, especially in deeper water, because it can cut through faster and it's a little bit stronger. If it's springtime, you know, summertime I like doing that one. If they're a little bit shallower, especially now with all the rain we're getting, as soon as we get a couple weeks worth of sunshine, I'll be using this guy right here. This guy right here is a 3/8 ounce Z-Man chartreuse and white chatterbait. It has that shad color with the chartreuse on it, more of an all-natural color. I like using these a lot, especially. When the water starts getting, now it's rare, now this is another all-natural. This is one of the new and improved chatterbaits. It actually has an actual hole on it, line set, where you can tie your line in there. This guy right here works pretty good. It's a 3/8 ounce as well. Has a hook guard on it, a bait holder on it, I mean. I think it's a 2/0. I'm not sure. I'm guessing on this one, guys. I'm thinking it's a 2/0. And I'll use this, guys, when it's real cloudy out, when the bass are, it's not horribly dark, but I'm still going to use them all natural color with these guys. And I'll experiment with both of them and the mood of the day I got. Generally, if my mood is, if it's really cloudy, I like to throw this guy, especially since it's got the gold blade on it. Shines a little bit better, so it's going to be a more reaction bite. But if they don't react to that, I got this guy I'll rig up, and I'll throw that out there to them. Not as much shine, black blade, and I'll put probably a green pumpkin worm on there, and I'll just run that. Now, a lot of questions is, you know, when should I throw a jig? So, and asking if I use shad color jigs. Well, yes, I got one right here. It's by Strike King, 3/8 ounce. This is a flip-in jig, I believe. Yeah, it's flipping because I think the head's a little bit too big to swim it. This guy right here, I'll generally start using jigs when the summer months start hitting, when they start running deeper. I'll flip these guys like these, even guys like these, into more heavier cover, especially, and it's got those all natural colors to it. And I'll switch out between the two. If it's a really clear day, I'll be going with this one. If it's a really darker day, I'm going to probably go more with this guy right here. Or both of these, actually. They're the same thing. One of these two. Whichever one I pick up first. Now, I do get a lot of questions about, you know, jigs. Do they work? Do they catch fish? To answer the question, do they catch fish? Oh, yeah. Do they work? Oh, yeah. Obviously. You see pros using them all the time. I see even average anglers using it all the time. Are you going to get every single bite in the world? No. This is going to be more mainly towards your, the bigger ones are going to be more towards your bigger fish. The guys like these that stand up like this, I'll generally swim them through across the water a little bit, especially with the head like that. That's more of a flip in, but I'll still swim it a little bit because it disperses water okay. and I know the bass will see this, and I'll swing a little bit, then stop it and twitch it a little bit. And I'll do that throughout the cover I'm in. With the red eyes, I love red. This guy got red eyes on him. I love red. Gives a reactionary strike every time. Can't get wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it. Those are just some of the techniques I use. I used to have a black and blue one, but the lake got it, so I'm going to need to get me another one. And the black and blues, like I said, I'll throw them on cloudy days. And you know, the big thing is like today, they were hitting on, they'll tell you what they want. Generally, my go-to color, especially out in Marine Creek area, the lake I fish, the lake I love fishing the most, is probably going to be this green pumpkin right here. Reason for it is, well, it's an all-natural color, but it's also a darker color. So you will see fish in there that have this darker green color to them, as well as, you know, it's going to help, especially in darker water. So, do you need a black? No, you really don't. You'll get fish on the greens, but again, it's more preference where you want to go, green pumpkin or black. Some people say, oh, if it's really dark and muddy, I'll throw a black. If it's really clear and stained and everything, I'll throw a more natural color, green pumpkin. Well, you can throw green pumpkin in darker water too. I mean, that's why it's a darker green. I mean, it's an option. You know, you could throw green and black, and you'll be just fine. In clear water, I was throwing green pumpkin lizards in there, and I was catching fish left and right, and that's what they wanted. So I'm trying to start to pick up on the pattern for the bass for this darker water, because I haven't really fished it that much. I've really stuck with my green pumpkins, and it's worked for me pretty good. I'm going to try to go, and I don't want to go too dark, because I'm looking down there, okay, how far down is it? Is it going to be really dark down there, or can I get away with throwing a green pumpkin? And it goes on my mood. With shallower water, you know, the black sort of stands out like a sore thumb, so I generally try to throw more green pumpkin. Now, if the water gets really muddy, and I mean, like when you put water, dirt and water, and that gives you that really dark brown color, that's when I start going to my blacks, and overcast days when I start going to my blacks. But clear water, I'll throw green pumpkin or chartreuse. Darker waters, I'll throw muddy waters, I'll throw a black and blue, pure black, June bug, things of that nature. So basically, rule of thumb is, you know, the clearer the water, the more natural you want to go. The darker the water, the darker the color you want to go. That being said, guys, this is Dalton with Real World Bass Fishing saying thank you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe below, and we'll keep bringing you videos.